Okay. So here we are, developer update. This is what, March 24th. So I feel like we're starting out. I know there's, what's weird about this is I know that there's all these like bombs later in this, but I'm still going to start out with this stuff that's like minor, because I know that there's going to be some shit later in this that's going to be like insane. But all right, blood web improvements, sure. Sessions for to improve the blood web, sure. Blood web chain. The first two additions is very simple. Select any node and the game will automatically bind anything needed along the way. This allows you to purchase multiple nodes with a single button. This is a cool idea. I kind of always thought about this too, right? So like if this is your blood web and you pick that gray battery up top, it'll just like go the whole way to the battery, which is interesting. It seems nice. I still feel like, oh wait, automatic purchase. If you're looking to level up blood web quickly and cheaply and don't care what you get, the new center node of the blood web. Okay, yeah, that's just auto purchase. Okay. Do they talk about making it go any faster though? I don't think they do they? They don't really talk about it going faster. Press to buy. Ever wanted to watch blood points fly from your pockets? Oh, wait. An alarming rate. Never mind. The new default interaction only requires you to press a node to purchase it instead of having to hold it. Yes! Yes, thank you. This can be in conjunction with other... Yes. So, like, basically, if you click this battery at the top with press to buy, it'll just instantly take all three. Because that's sick, dude. You can be like, bam. Like, you just click on a bunch of outside things. Like, that's actually better than auto spend, dude. Fuck auto spend. Actually, maybe auto spend combined with press to buy. Maybe actually that would just be one click and the blood web just goes. Actually, because that would be sick. Like if you combine press to buy with auto purchase, you just push it and then the whole thing fills and you like instantly. That'd be cool. I don't know. I'm curious to see how that all works together because that could be really cool. That's exciting. This is the most exciting thing out of all of it, honestly. Like the rest of it's like neat and like a good quality of life, but this is the actual big thing. Like that's huge. So good shit. So far, so good. Again, I know there's some stuff in here that isn't so good, but so far, so good. Visual terrorism, this is kind of cool. You basically get a little heart that like gets, I don't know, what's it do? It gets more red or something. That's the, yeah. It gets like, oh, it gets all veiny and red. And I'm assuming it probably moves around too. I think this is something that was on mobile, right? If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure this was on mobile. And they're like now bringing it to non-mobile or something. But this just seems good. I mean, this is just like accessibility. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. I'm assuming this is going to be optional, right? The option will not provide a competitive advantage compared to the usual. Yeah. But I'm assuming it's going to be optional. I'm assuming it's not going to be on by default. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of obvious what that is. Basically, it's just essentially a tear radius that's visual instead of audio. That's just a good change. I don't really need to read into it anymore. Okay. Auto Haven Records map updates. All right. Blood Lodge. Blood Lodge can be a bit of a mixed bag. Depending on how the map generates, there could be plenty of safe pallets in the center or very few, creating either a very safe or dead zone. The area also has very few line of sight blockers, which make it very difficult for stealthy killers to sneak up on survivors. Around the edge of the map, on the other hand, yeah, there's a bunch of maze tiles. Yeah. To remedy this, we're making significant layout changes to the map. The Blood Lodge itself will now appear closer to the center of the map, breaking up line of sight and separating some of those safer loops. The maze tiles have also been separated from one another, making it more difficult to combine them. Huh. I mean, it says that, but I guess it's hard to really say how that'll actually be. So they're moving the main Blood Lodge closer to the middle. And basically to try to make more line of sight blockers and also like split up the like filler pallets, I guess. I mean, that seems okay, I guess. I don't know, sure. Why not? I mean, I feel like the problem isn't really like the layout as much as it's like the spawn logic. Like I feel like they need to work on their spawn logic algorithm to make sure that there's not just massive dead zone spawning. I've been saying this for years, but I'm gonna keep saying it. I don't care. I'm gonna never shut up about it. I think you could replace every single dead zone tile in the entire game with a really, really bad palette, and it's literally just better. Like, it's better. Every single dead zone in the game can be replaced with like one of those god-awful palettes. And I mean, fuck, you could even make them like a little bit less than god-awful. You can even make them semi-okay. But like, as long as they're weak palettes, like if you just slap a weak palette in any dead zone, at least there's something there to play with, right? Even if it's like heavily killer-sided, even if the survivor only has like a fucking 5% chance of not taking damage at the palette, at least it's something to play with, right? Like running to an area and just having nothing is just so boring. Like, it's boring on both sides. As killer, you're just holding W until you catch them. As survivor, you're just like, whoa, there's nothing here, so I just hold W till I die. Like, at least having something to play with is nice. So like, I think really changing the layouts of the map isn't even really what they should be prioritizing. I mean, maybe it helps with the line of sight thing, but like, in terms of dead zones, they just need to mess with their algorithm and maybe spawn in some more bad palettes, because like, it's so silly to have just massive dead zones all over the place. You guys haven't features unique car piles? Yeah, the car piles are insane. These special tiles get in the way of gameplay, however, making it difficult to or sorry, getting in the way of gameplay, however, making it difficult to traverse the map. Chasing a survivor around these walls of cars can also waste a lot of time. Yeah. Going forward, these car piles will be broken up into smaller single child chunks is what I just tried to say. Single tile chunks. These car piles will also feature potential spawn locations for pallets, helping reduce the potential for dead zones to appear. Okay. No images of it or anything, just an image of Gas Heaven. So just instead of one long thing of cars, we get one tile of cars. Seems cool. Seems cool. I like that. I mean, I think Gas Heaven, I think the massive walls on Gas Heaven were kind of a problem, so I think that's a good thing. The Gas Heaven station itself has also been moved closer to the center of the map, since this makes the building much easier to get to from everywhere on the map. I don't know if I like that. We reviewed its spawning rules to prevent strong combinations of windows from spawning. Okay, well, if this, they say this, but I don't know if they trust it. Because, like, again, they just reworked Red Forest, and then, like, what's the original map? Mother's Dwelling. Like, they just reworked Mother's Dwelling, but it still spawns that fucking infinite window. Like, that super OP infinite window still spawns. So, like, they say this, but, like, can I trust it? I don't know, dude. I'm worried that, like, moving main closer to the middle is going to mean, like, chaining stuff together, and that might end up being... but we'll see. I don't know. I can't say. It might end up being a problem, but we'll see. Some of the changes will spill over to the remaining AuhTofu records maps, building new edge tiles, small tiles that can run along the map's boundaries. Oh, that's kind of cool. Some of which include new gameplay, such as possible pallet spawn locations. That's cool. I like that. That's actually kind of sick. This little line here is like kind of just tossed in, but that's actually kind of exciting. That's exactly what I said about like just having like really bad pallets in certain locations, right? As long as that doesn't reduce the overall pallet count, then that's actually really cool. Okay, I heard about this and I'm dreading this one, but healing. There's no better way to avoid being put on a hook than healing your injuries. Even if the killer's relentless, an extra health stake can buy your team. Yeah. Healing is obviously good. Okay, quick and plentiful heals can cause problems, particularly for highly skilled survivors who can evade. Yeah. Okay. You're just saying nothingness. What? Get to the point. Your killer's means any chase doesn't end with a hook. Okay, I know. First, healing will now take 24 seconds by default. What? This will make each hit more impactful. What? Wait, what's that? Wait, so with Mangled, what is that? Does that go to 30 seconds with Mangled? Or like 32 seconds with Mangled? Is it 32? What does that go to with Mangled? 30? What the fuck? What? What? Secondly, no, that they can't do that. They can't do this. This can't happen. This needs to not happen. This can't happen. Secondly, we have rebalanced medkits across the board. All medkits will now have 24 charges by default, allowing one heal before they're depleted. The different varieties of medkits are as follows. Increases the altruistic healing speed by 20%. Increases the altruistic healing speed by 25%. So it only increases the healing speed of altruistic healing, but not self-healing. No longer increases the speed at which you heal yourself. Wait, but are you still healing yourself at default speed? Increases the altruistic healing by 35. Increases... This is still... What? This is still not good. That doesn't really solve medkits. If anything, what? We've done an add-on a pass for metal for. Hold on, let me read the whole thing before I say anything. Bringing those which were performing in line with the rest. Add-ons that add more charges to your medkit have also been reviewed with the new healing time in mind, though it is now impossible for medkit to fully heal a survivor more than twice in a match. So 2 heals is the maximum you get. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely fucking ridiculous. I don't really know what to say. I really don't even know what to say about this. This is ridiculous. I don't know if you guys remember, but this happened a long time ago, and I know I'm doing the old man tofu thing again, so I'm sorry, bear with me, but there was a time back in like 2018, 2019 where healing used to be 12 seconds, and then they bumped it up to 16. It was literally a 4-second increase is what it was. It was a very minor increase, and that changed the game so much. Like, that made self-care go from like the most meta perk in the game to basically one that almost no one ran ever. People started like not healing and just slamming gens more. Like, healing used to be like a pretty common thing, and then everyone just started slamming gens, and that's where like gen rushing kind of like started kind of in like its very early days. I mean, that was way long ago, so it's kind of hard to compare that to now, but it was like such an impactful change just adding 4 seconds. This is adding 8 seconds, bro. This is so much. This is so ridiculously... This is just an insane amount of like baseline increase. And you got to keep in mind that like when you increase a value like this baseline, this affects every multiplier, right? Like we talked about this whenever we talked about the gen time being increased too. Like this, like yeah, it's 8 seconds. It might not seem like a lot, but when you bring in sloppy, then all of a sudden it's 12 seconds. You bring in colorophobia, you bring in all these fucking things, and it's like everything that affects your healing also gets buffed. Like again, like you guys were saying in chat earlier, I guess I get what you guys were saying. Someone was saying an 80-second. I'm sure someone's done the math, right? I'm assuming if you have self care with no other healing and they have sloppy, it's probably like an 80-second heal or something. It probably takes as long to do a gen. Then like that's so insane. They can't do this. And on top of this, the medkit changes aren't even that impactful. Like if medkits are still healing you at the speed of a regular heal, they're still OP. They're still fucking OP. And like. People are still gonna. As a matter of fact, if you make healing take longer, and then don't reduce medkits like self heal speed or whatever, like people are just gonna run medkits more. Like this is just like all this is gonna do is make medkits more meta because you're gonna basically need to have medkits in order to heal. Otherwise, healing is gonna take fucking forever. It's gonna be like, yeah, if you don't have medkits, just don't bother healing. And if you have medkits, then you know like then you can heal. And everyone's just gonna bring medkits. That's all this is gonna do is make medkits even more meta. This is an awful change. I cannot begin to describe how this cannot come to life. If this comes alive, it's gonna be fucking bad. Like this is actually so bad. I hate this. I cannot express enough how much I hate this. This is horrible, dude. Wow. Wow. Holy shit. I'm just gonna move on. Perk updates. Gearhead. First up, Gearhead currently reveals the order of the next survivor. What the fuck are they thinking? Jesus Christ. Anyway, next a great skill check on the survivor loses a health state. These conditions require quite a bit of work and luck on the killer to get value. Okay, Gearhead will receive a slight rework. When a survivor loses a health state, Gearhead activates for 30 seconds. While active, any survivor who hits a good skill check will have the order revealed. Yeah, I don't know why this wasn't the case to begin with. Like I thought this was weird from the get-go. Like when they announced the Gearhead change and it only worked with great skill checks, I was like, why? That doesn't make any sense. Like making it work with goods just kind of even then it's still going to be not a very good perk. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Potential information multiple times for each hook. Killers who efficiently catch survivors will be able to keep Gearhead activated for a good portion of the match. Yeah, I mean, this makes it a good bit better, but like it's still not amazing. I mean, I still don't think this will be like meta, but at least makes it more useful, right? Honestly, they could have even buffed it more. Like I feel like that's definitely solid, right? Like 8 seconds of overreading is a lot. And also every time that someone loses a health state, you get 30 seconds. Like that's actually like those numbers are actually pretty good. I don't know. Maybe that's actually okay. I don't know. That seems solid. I still don't think it's going to be enough to like run it over slowdown perks, but I'm pretty sure they're nerfing slowdown perks too, right? I'll wait till I get there. Overzealous. I'm just going to read the bold text because they're basically just explaining why they're changing it. The bold text seems to be the actual changes. Overzealous will also activate when blessing a totem in addition to cleansing. We've also slightly increased the bonus. Okay. I don't really know if that was necessary, to be honest with you. Matter of fact, I think I maybe don't like that. Because, like, I feel like when it comes to these perks that, like, affect your gen speed, you got to be really careful with them. Because now, like, now you can boon a totem, especially if you boon a hex, right? I'm assuming you still get the double for hexes, right? If you, like, boon a hex, or even just cleanse a hex, and then just play stealthy, you get, what, like a 20% increase to gens? Because that's a lot. Like, that's a lot. I mean, even 10% by default is a good bit, right? Like this almost negates the like downside of booning, right? Like booning is like, oh, you take all this time that you could be spending doing gens to boon, and then like 10%, dude. I mean, I know it goes away if you get injured, so like it's not like a guaranteed forever 10%, but like if you're someone that plays like stealthy well, right? Like I imagine like Shadow Step plus this on like a stealth character might actually, or on like a stealth player might be really strong because that's a good bit. That's a good bit. I don't know. That's pretty wild. Anyway, I mean, I don't know. That's cool, I guess. Sure. I mean, why not? I'm not a huge fan of it. I feel like when it comes to perks that make gens go faster, they got to be really careful with that, man. That's like, again, like the same way that on the killer end, having too many slowdown perks that are like okay, but when you stack them all together, they kind of become insane. It's the same thing as Survivor, right? Like you start to. Like you can have one or two, like, you know, like okay, and then like you start to add more, and then like if you add a like I feel like imagine like this plus prove thyself plus like blank plus blank plus blank, and then gens are flying, and like it's interesting. I guess I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. Okay, pain res. The perk starts with 4 tokens. The first time each survivor is hooked on a scourge hook, the generator with the most progress will explode and lose progress. We've also reduced the difference between different tiers of the perk. So tier 3 is 15%. So you get it 4 times per match now. Good. Good. I like that one. Good. 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 I like it. I like it. You activate it 4 times, and it also kind of doesn't really work if you tunnel, right? You have to like hook different people. That's a great change. I love this one. This one's actually fucking fantastic. This one, 10 out of 10. Love this. Absolutely love this. It's still a really strong perk. To be honest with you, this is still very, very strong. Still getting 4. I mean, that's what? That's 60% regression throughout the match completely for free just by playing the game and hooking people is still good. That's still a good perk, right? Like, you compare this to every other killer perk in the game, there's only like a handful that are still better than that. That's still really good, honestly. So I'm sure some people might be overreacting to that. I don't know, but that's still really good. So I like that. That's a great change. I think that's a fucking great change. Pain Res was way too OP. Dead Hard. Oh, I heard Dead Hard's dead. Dead Hard will activate after safely unhooking a survivor. When activated, press the ability button while injured and running to gain the... Wow, the endurance has effect. Then become exhausted. Dead Hard will deactivate when it successfully protects the user from damage. Oh, so it doesn't deactivate unless you actually, like, get hit. Okay. That last part's pretty important, because I was going to say, if you, like, fail a Dead Hard and then it deactivates, that'd feel kind of bad, right? Like, it only deactivates if you actually get it. That's... Okay. This will put a damper on how often Dead Hard can be used. Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. Wow. I guess get ready for Sprint Burst Live meta. I mean, that's... I mean, I still feel like some people will run it. It still will be, like, okay... I don't think that makes it completely dead. I really don't. I don't think it's going to be meta, right? I think you're better off with Sprint Burst or Live now, but like... Well, no, when you Dead Hard, it makes you exhausted. But like what they're saying is that if you Dead Hard and then you fail it, you have to wait out you're exhausted and then you can Dead Hard again, right? Like it doesn't deactivate. You still become exhausted. So like... It's not like you can just infinitely Dead Hard. You can't just spam E and like infinitely Dead Hard until it goes away. Like if you hit E and then they don't swing at you, you get exhausted and then you have to wait out you're exhausted, then you can use it again essentially. So yeah, that's... I mean, honestly, I don't hate this change either. I really don't. You guys might be surprised by this, but I really don't. I think Dead Hard the way it currently is fine, but I also do think it's really strong. And if they want to nerf it more like this, that's honestly okay with me. I still don't... Again, I don't think this is useless either. I think it becomes like this kind of becomes like a hat trick thing now, right? Where I think like because this is going to be ran less, I think people are going to expect it less. Like my prediction for this is that if you give it like a couple months and you kind of get killers into the mindset of like, okay, people aren't really running Dead Hard anymore, right? People run like Sprint Burst and Live now, right? Like if you kind of get into that mindset, then this kind of becomes like a little hat trick thing where like killers don't really expect it, you know, because maybe like only a few survivors will be running every once in a while, and then it becomes really valuable, right? Because then it's almost like it becomes easier to even land it. So I honestly don't hate this, and honestly, even if Dead Hard is dead, then you know who cares? Fuck them. Honestly, fuck them. There's still plenty of good exhaustion perks. Fuck them. Fuck them. Colorblind. This is what I want to see, dude. Turn on its power. Yes, dude. Yes. Yes. This is so good. Yes. 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 Oh, dude, my prayers have been answered. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know who you are. McLean, Horvath, Matthew Cote. I was praying to a lot of you guys. I don't know which one of you answered me, but thank you. This is so good. This is so fucking good, dude. Again, I've been talking about this a lot. I think I'm gonna upload this to YouTube, so like I'll just say it here too. I've been talking about this a lot on stream the past like week or so, but I think Call of Brine, this perk in particular, is the #1 by miles perk that has made 3-genning become meta. Like by miles. Like 3-genning was like sort of a strategy that kind of got used sometimes, and when this perk came out, it was like 3-genning just took over. And this perk is just so good in a 3-gen situation, man. Like, if you can kick a gem, like, if you can chase someone away, like, hit them, do damage to them, force them to, like, run away and heal, and then kick a gem with Call of Brine and have it regress while they're healing, it just loses so much progress, dude. Like, it's so hard to beat a 3-gen holding killer when every time they kick a gen and you have to, like, go heal, the whole time you're healing, it's regressing by 200%. And, like, you leave a gen at 50, you come back, it's at like 10%, and you're like, Jesus Christ, we were gone for like 30 seconds. How do we lose this much, right? Like, it's so... Call of Brine is like, again, I don't know if people... it seems like one of those things that maybe people haven't realized, but like, Call of Brine is so problematic, dude. It's been so problematic. So thank fuck, dude. Good riddance. I hope that they commit to that one, because that needs to happen, for the love of God. Overcharge as well, which is great. The maximum regression speed to 130, fucking fantastic. Love that. They make it longer. Honestly, what they could do with Overcharge too, if they wanted, is they could actually even make the number higher, but make it take longer to get there. That way, it's more of like a, if you really want to protect one gen, you can like kick it and then like actually protect it. Like, say if there's like a really important gen that you really want to make sure regresses, they could even make the number go higher and just make it take longer if they want, and I'd be okay with that. But I think this is also fun. I think as long as it doesn't really, like, as long as it doesn't like make 3 gens too strong. But this seems fine. It goes from what? It starts at 85 instead of 75 and goes to 130 instead of 200. So yeah, it's like it did, like they kind of just compressed it, which is fine. That's totally good. Also, failing a skill check, that's fine too. Like 1% less, that's fine. That's great changes. Honestly, both of these are great changes. Actually, like super stoked that they did that. That's crazy cool. Circling Healing. This perk has become the jack of all trades of healing perks. Not only does it allow you and your fellow survivors to heal without a med kit, but it also increases the speed of healing across the board. Going forward, Boon Circling Healing will no longer allow survivors to heal without a med kit. Instead, it will provide a 50% healing speed to healing others. Oh shit, or injured survivors. That's the thing. They did the thing. The thing, chat, the thing. Dude, this needs to be buffed up, though. This needs to be buffed up. This needs to be 100%. This is a great change if this 50% was 100%. 50% is not enough for this. This feels like not enough. I think if this is 100%, this would be good. I think... I mean, maybe 50 is enough. But I think it should be 100. Like, again, boons are snuffable. Like, you know, you're taking time to put them down. And you're also having to have a teammate run into the boon to heal you. I think this should maybe be 100. I mean, also, I guess it depends on whether or not they actually commit to this. If they commit to this, it should definitely be 100, right? If they don't commit to this, then maybe you can say 50 and be okay. Even then, I still think it should be 100, maybe. I don't know. I feel like I'd have to feel it out to see, but like, I feel like I love this. I love this because this, again, like the main issue with Circular Healing was the fact that it made it so people can reset themselves, right? You didn't need a teammate. You could just run off and reset yourself without really any teamwork or anything involved. And also, like, it's good timing too, because like this was like the main thing that you use to combat 3-gen situations, but it's actually really good that they're doing these together, because they're doing this at the same time as they're doing this. So 3-genning is going to be a lot harder since these are getting nerfed, and then also now this it's like perfect timing. This is actually like kudos here, because if they would have did this without this, or if they would have did this without this, it would have been very depressing. So yeah, this is great. I mean, I think new boon circular healing is great. I think it's still like it was super good, like a solo queue, make sure your teammates can reset, make sure everyone heals up type thing. Yeah, I think that's great. I think that's phenomenal. Yeah, I don't know. I really have nothing else to say about it. I think that's just fucking great. I think I just love that. All right, let's keep going. Killer updates. Starting with the mid-chapter, we'd like to include a bundle of small tweaks to various killers. Oh god, I'm scared of this one. You guys have been telling me about this one. Start your chainsaws and don't worry about them overheating. We've adjusted the ability's overheat mechanic to be much more forgiving. Oh, so they're trying to like punch us in easy, huh? The amount of heat generated for both starting to rev and continuing to rev your chainsaw has been dramatically reduced. Dude, just fucking remove it. Just remove it already. Like, you keep nerfing it, just remove it. Like, you know that everyone wants it removed. Making the overheat mechanic almost a non-factor. Well, if it's a non-factor, then just remove it. When using loops and over short distances, much akin to how it used to play. Just as before, heat will begin to dissipate as soon as the chainsaw sprint ends, meaning most of the heat generated from a short sprint will already be gone by the time your chainsaw is ready for another attack. Then why is it even there? Why's it even there? The amount of heat generated from the chainsaw sprint, on the other hand, has been increased slightly. The changes above will help counteract this. Longer sprints will cause your chainsaw to overheat quicker, so be careful not to let it overheat in an empty corner of the map. Oh, so basically they're like punishing like long distance chainsaws and like mobility rather than like using it to mind game loops. Which honestly, I guess I don't hate. Like, that's fine, I suppose. Yeah, sure, whatever. I mean, depending on how the numbers are, that actually could be okay. I don't know. I guess I'm cool with that. Last but not least, we've toned down the Doom Engravings and Death Engravings add-ons. These add-ons will provide less movement speed than before and increase heat generation further. Why? Why do they just slap this in at the end? The fuck? Hey, by the way, those add-ons that everybody loves, We killed them. We took them out back and we shot them in the face. They're bleeding out back there. You're welcome. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, hello? Why? Why would you do this? Why would you ever do this? Hello? These are like the only add-ons that were like worth a fuck on Billy, but aside from low pro, like I obviously low pro is insane, but like, what, why? Like, what's actually their reasoning? Like, I would love to hear, like, they didn't like almost all of this has like these big ass explanations, right? Like cleansing a hex term. Little do we know that skirmishes is blah 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 blah. Oh, we just require. Oh, we thought about this. Like, why did they not explain this? They were like giving explanations for everything, and they didn't explain this. Like, what's their thought process here? Why nerf the engravings? It doesn't make any sense. Weird. I mean, that's terrible. They shouldn't do that. That's really dumb. I mean, I think it goes without saying, but this is super dumb. They shouldn't do this. This is basically all Billy has, honestly. Like, this is literally all you have is Billy these days. Like, if you're going against good survivors, dude, like, what the fuck? What do you have? You have low pro chains and you have your engravings, and that's it. And that's all you have to work with. Like, why? You can't do this. This guy, the poor Billy, dude. He's gonna be like a fucking C-tier shitlord if you fucking do this shit, dude. You know, he ain't gonna be able to do anything. Like, what? That's horrible. Or how about this? How about make his base? How about make his base faster? Do like the thing you did with Pig, with combat straps, where you make his where like you make his base speed faster, and then make Doom engravings like the same as before, but like it gives less bonus, and like the default is like more. There you go. Do that. Because, like, this is stupid. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know why they're doing that. Anyway, crouch movement speed. Yeah, the add-on hasn't been performing very well, so we decided to nerf the Pig. I love that meme. That's fucking amazing. Increases add-on movement speed bonus to 10. That's fine. That's great. Whatever. That's not a big deal. Oh, Oni. What are you doing, Oni? Blackened toenail and bloody sash allow him to move faster while absorbing blood orbs. Oh, not really anything that's that big of a deal. So they just got buffed. So so you go faster while, yeah, just real minor stuff. That's not really that big of a deal. I mean, maybe if you combine them together now, maybe they'll be kind of nuts because they add 1.1. I mean, we'll see, but it doesn't seem like that big of a deal on paper. Nightmare, Sheep Block, and Unicorn Black add-ons inflict blindness on survivors who trigger Dream. These add-ons weren't doing so well, so we've increased the duration of blindness. Wow, huge. Now they're great. Yay, I can't wait. Those are gonna be OP add-ons now. Yay, blindness for 30 seconds. The Executioner. Spider doesn't provide much value since Killer Instinct only updates. Wait. Scarlet Egg add-on increases the duration of Killer Instinct inflicted by Rites of Judgment. This doesn't provide much value since Killer Instinct only updates its position periodically. To make it more meaningful, again, still probably not going to be ran ever. Like, these are like little number tweaks to like add-ons that just their effects just don't matter, right? Like blindness on Nightmare just doesn't really matter. Like this just like these add-ons are just bad. Like, no matter how much you increase the numbers, the effect just isn't good, so people aren't going to run them. Like none of these are going to be any good. Oh, Redhead Spinky Finger can be extremely powerful. On the clown instantly down a survivor after hitting them directly with a bottle. We've previously toned this add-on down to reduce the number of bottles the clown can hold, but it seems like this downside was not enough to bring it in line with the other Ultra add-ons. Going forward, this add-on reduced the maximum held bottles by 3. Was 2. Oh, so now you have 1 by default, and you can put it up to 3 with the thing. Okay, so they eerie headed it. They gave it the old eerie head thing. Okay, cool. Well, the old eerie head. They gave it the old eerie head treatment. They didn't quite give it the new eerie head treatment yet. All right, bright light interactions removal. Oh no, I heard about this too. No. No. It wasn't going to bring a toolbox just in case you face off against a trapper or a flashlight to burn the wraith when it was a 1 of 3 chance. But as killer rosters grown, some mechanics have started to feel out of place. The majority of killers do not have any interaction with survivor items, leading to the ones that do feeling. How about instead you just add like minor interactions to the majority of killers with flashlights, since that's like flashlights' thing. Like, their thing is interacting with the killers, so just make it so like every killer's power has some sort of minor interaction. Like, what? This is, oh my god, fuck me, dude. I'm gonna get so mad reading this. I already know I'm gonna get so mad. The Wraith. Okay, honestly, this is the one that I'm okay with. This is the one that I like. If they would have just, if you could just cut it off here, like if we just pretend that this is it, like if we just cut it off here and like everything down below that didn't exist, this would be fine. I'd be like, great changes. That's great. I love that. Because honestly, the Wraith getting burned, like, honestly, the Wraith getting burned is definitely, it's like overkill, bro. Like, he already kind of sucks. You know, he like takes a long time to uncloak. It's kind of hard to avoid it in a lot of situations. Like, it's really easy to bully the fuck out of Wraith, especially with multiple flashlights, right? If you have like 3 flashlights, like, you just get bullied. It's tough. So like, this one's good. I like that one. But this one, the nurse could also be burned while blinking. This didn't come up very often since it was very risky. I'm guessing this also means that you probably can't hold the flashlight on her to stop her from blinking, right? Honestly, her being burned while blinking was like, that never happened. Like, that almost never happened. Like, burning a nurse mid-blink. Like, actually getting the burn and stunning her almost never happened. But, like, holding the flashlight on her to stop her from blinking was actually, like, a really high-skill play that made nurse play really interesting. And, like, again, nurse being a killer that's so fucking impressive, it was like one of the things that you had to do, which was great. So that's, I don't know, if that's being removed, that's super fucking bad. I don't know what they're doing. And this one too, dude, this doesn't come into play very often since crows could easily be shoot away. No, this was such a good teamwork mechanic, dude. Come on, why would you remove this? Why It's such a good teamwork mechanic, man. Like, if you have a teammate nearby with a flashlight, they can cleanse you with their flashlight. And it was so cool. Like, if you guys don't know, again, like with Nurse, like, there was like a thing you could do where, like, if her first blink was going to fall short and you knew it, you could hold the flashlight where her first blink was going to land. And when she lands there, the flashlight being on her would prevent her from even charging her second blink, which would force her into fatigue, which was an awesome play that you can make if you knew about it. And it was a sick, like, high skill play. And as artists, there's also like some good teamwork shit you could do. If somebody's swarmed with crows, a survivor teammate can hold a flashlight on you for like a second or two, and then the crows go away. And it's like a sick way to like use teamwork to help counter a strong killer. And it was sweet. It wasn't really like overpowered because you could just chase the flashlight survivor, right? Or you can just kind of like again, or you go after the flashlight survivor while they're cleansing. Like, it wasn't really like OP. It was just kind of interesting and neat. Like, teamwork is a good thing. Like, getting people off gens and having them actually, like, interact with the killer in interesting ways is a good thing. All taking this away does is just turn everyone into gen slaves. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck wants that? And then this one, Hag, arguably the most impactful. Flashlights have long been the sole counter to the Hag's phantasm traps. Not only could they reveal the order of setting traps, but shining a flashlight of the trap will destroy it. Removing the flashlight effect. Honestly, this is a hot take. I actually like this. To ensure the Hag doesn't make the Hag too oppressive, we're adding the ability to wipe away a phantasm trap. In order to do so, survivors will need to spot the trap. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, then I really like this. Okay, that's double cool. While this will allow all survivors to clear traps, it will now be much more difficult and time-consuming to do so. Wait, does it take a long time? A several-second long action. Oh, God, wait, how long is several seconds? Wait, I don't know how long is several seconds. I don't like, look, you guys know that I'm not a fan of the Hag or whatever, but like, she gets destroyed by flashlights. Like, she is like, even more so than the Wraith, this is like the one example in this game of a killer where like, if you play against 4 of an item versus not 4 of an item, it's like night and day. Like, you can't even use your power, dude. Like, you can't even use your fucking power. It's insane. Like, flashlights were a little too strong against Hag. I don't even like Hag, and I can admit that they were a little too strong against her. So this actually seems great. I don't mind this at all. Yeah, I don't mind it at all. That's totally fine. I mean, I think there's other things that they could do to Hag to make her like feel better and healthier for the game or whatever, but like this needed to happen. Like, this is definitely not a bad change. Like all because I hate Hag doesn't mean I can't acknowledge that that's a very, very good change. The Deep Rift and Beyond. Last year, the deeper level of the Rift was revealed, allowing players to get blue skins. You get the same skins that already existed, but blue. What's going on here? Basically, they're just saying that it'll be Deep Rift from now on. Is that what they're saying? I feel like I don't really care about this, so I'm trying to skim it. But yeah. Okay, so I don't know. Wait. Yeah, no, that's all there is. They're making them unique. Oh, is that what they're saying? Oh, it's my bad. I have this bad habit of like, when I get to the part where they talk about skins, I just skim it because I just don't care about skins. I literally don't care about skins in games at all. Like, skins affect nothing about my gameplay, right? Like all the rest of this affects how much fun I have playing the game. This affects nothing in terms of my fun. So I have like this bad habit of skimming it and just not really paying attention. But yeah, basically they're just making like the skins in the Deep Rift unique. That's cool. Fine. Cool. That's sweet. Old characters will no longer get tomes. Oh, that's also fine too. Sure. Anyway, okay, so yeah, this is a really polarizing dev update. I don't like this. Cannot come to life. This cannot come to life. This is fucking horrible for the game. And like, if this comes to live, I am gonna be horribly concerned for the future of Dead by Daylight, to be honest with you. That's terrifying. That's terrifying. That's actually terrifying. Everything else seems kind of okay, right? The blood map changes are amazing. Well, wait. Sorry, not everything else. The flashlight changes are fucking terrible too. But like these aren't like, okay, the engravings add-ons nerfs is fucking stupid. And the flashlight changes are stupid. But these aren't, I don't know if they're like game killing level stupid. The healing changes are like, dude, you might kill Dead by Daylight. Like this is like murdering Dead by Daylight level bad, right? Whereas like these other changes are just really stupid and probably shouldn't happen. Like this one is like really fucking alarming to me. Somebody is like me like having a career that's playing Dead by Daylight. This like legitimately makes me scared of like my future in my career, basically. But all the perk changes seem great. I love all of them actually. Like I even the Dead Hard change. Honestly, fuck it. Fuck Dead Hard. I'm totally cool with it. Fuck Call of Brian. Fuck Overcharge. Fuck Dead Hard. Yeah. Fuck Circle of Healing. Yeah. These are all great. These are all great changes. It's just the flashlight changes are horrible. The Doom engravings, Death engravings is horrible, and the healing is, ooh, brother. Like the healing cannot come to life. That cannot come to life that way, dude. Like I can't express that enough. Yeah, I don't know. That's my thoughts. There you go. I'll probably put this up on YouTube. So, hey, say hi to YouTube, chat. I think I'll have chat on screen over there. So, hey, like and subscribe on YouTube. There you go. You guys can sell it on YouTube for me. I think I'm probably gonna upload this. But anyway, yeah, that's my thoughts on it. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that's all that there really is to say. I'm curious to hear everyone else's thoughts on it because I know that like I saw a bunch of people complaining about things. I looked over at chat a little bit ago and I saw some people being like Survivor sided patch and stuff, which is always funny to see. I can't even tell if they were trolling or not, but I'm curious to see everyone else's thoughts. That's a fucking bizarre patch. Like that is a bizarre. There's so many big changes and they're so polarizing. I don't know. But hey, I mean, I guess that's it. So.